Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. Another must-win game for the Browns as they're at home once again to play the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are already in a playoff spot but could lose that as they're a wild card seed. The Browns are also in the hunt at home, and it's a cold day. It's 34 and there's a 15-mile-an-hour wind. It's windy. Johnny Manziel will be starting today, and on the other sideline is the 49ers and quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick's been having a decent season, 21 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, but hasn't thrown for many yards. He's thrown for less than Johnny Manziel. And to kick it away is Andy Lee, as the Browns will be kicking off to start this game. And back deep for the 49ers is Torrey Smith along with Reggie Bush. He has one kick return touchdown on the year, as the Browns get this stadium pumped up. And Andy Lee with the run up and kick, and off we go with the Browns as it goes through the back of the end zone with a 15-mile-an-hour wind. It's a touchback. The ball's coming out to the 20 as Torrey Smith prepares to walk towards the huddle. He'll be one of the starting receivers today. Kaepernick jogs onto the field. 10 interceptions, 21 touchdowns, just over 2,000 yards passing on the season. First and 15, they will get things going with a handoff to Niall Davis, who rushes left and carries to the 19-yard line. Second and 11, Kaepernick rolling right, being flushed, has an opening, and is sandwiched at the 27. Third and 3, handoff, Niall Davis with a pulling guard in front. He moves the chains and is stopped at the 36. First and 10, fake to Carlos Hyde. Here comes the rush, and down goes Kaepernick. It's Danny Shelton on the sack. Second and 21, Kaepernick back. Kaepernick sets up a screen with a block. Niall Davis in front, and he's stopped at the 35 by Dante Whitner on third and 10. Kaepernick looking to throw. Airs it deep. It's nearly caught by Torrey Smith, but knocked away incomplete. And here comes Johnny Manziel. He needs to cut down on those interceptions, but he has thrown for almost 2,500 yards and has a 62% completion rating. That's okay. First and 10, they will get things going with the handoff to Crow right up the middle, and he carries to the 44. Second and 3, Manziel outside, complete to Andrew Hawkins for a first down of the 49. First and 10, Crowell right up the middle, running left, and is stopped at the 43. Second and 2, Manziel back to throw, and it's batted down at the line intended for Gary Barnidge. Here is the Browns offense. Jeremy Trueblood is the weak spot at right tackle, and they'll have to address that in free agency. Isaiah Crowell should have a lot of carries today against this Niners defense. Handoff, Crowell to the 41. Fourth and 1 from 58. Carry, spear is just short, no good. As the Niners have great field position now, they only need about 50 yards on the left side. It is Torrey Smith, or it's Vernon Davis out of bounds at the 27, first and 10, Niners. On the outside, Niall Davis gets by one man and is pushed out of bounds at the 11. It's first and 10. Handoff, Niall Davis to the right. He breaks the tackle and nearly broke away and is stopped at the 6. And here is the Niners offense. This is an offensive line that can be taken advantage of, but Kaepernick can run, and he has plenty of targets to throw to. Second and 10, they put the rookie tight end Carrier in motion, and it's a handoff to Niall Davis, cutting left and stopped at the 4. Third and 3, Kaepernick to throw to the end zone. Vernon Davis. It is a 49er touchdown. That is 5 receiving touchdowns on the season for Vernon Davis, and it gives the Niners the early lead, or not the lead near the end of the first quarter, 6-0. And he just found the soft spot in the zone. That was enough. Kaepernick put it right on the money, and a possession catch by Vernon Davis for the touchdown. For the extra point, Phil Dawson's kick is up, and it is good. It's 7-0. Browns get the football back as they hand it off to Isaiah Crowell and get stopped at the 37. Here is the Niners defense. This is a very strong linebacking crew led by Aaron Lynch and Navarro Bowman. In the secondary, they'll have to stop Josh Gordon and Gary Barnidge. Actually, that will be the linebacker's job. Second and 7, Manziel outside. Dwayne Bowe across midfield. He has a first down. First and 10, Manziel back to throw. Outside, it's complete to Jackie Battle, who gets stopped at the 41. 2nd and 4. Hand off Crowell, and he has a first down to the 36. He's on 1st and 10. Crowell, one more try, and he hits a first down to the 24, a 12-yard gain. 1st and 10. Crowell again cutting back left, and is stopped at the 16. 2nd and 2. Isaiah Crowell, 4 carries in a row. He is stopped at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Fake to Johnson Jr. On the left side, it's complete to the 11-yard line. That is Gary Barnage. 2nd and 7. Crowell right up the middle and taken down from behind by Aaron Lynch at the 8. 3rd and 4. Fake to Terrence West. And on the left side is Jackie Battle. And he gets the first down, reaches for it, and it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Handoff Crowell. Taken down the backfield by Navarro Bowman, who's shaken up on the play, and he will not return for the game. This is terrible news for the 49ers. Navarro Bowman, one of the best linebackers in the NFL, and he will not return today. 2nd and goal. Over the middle, incomplete, looking for Brian Hartline. 3rd and goal. Fake and outside and nearly intercepted by Jaquiski Tartt. 4th and goal from 22. Kerry Spear is wide right. Kerry Spear with 2 missed field goals on the day. He cannot believe himself. Niners get the ball back at the 20 as they hand it off to Niall Davis, who gets up the middle for 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Handoff Niall Davis on a counter, but the Browns read it, and he's stopped in the backfield for a loss. 3rd and 10. Kaepernick looking on the left side, and Niall Davis is not going to get there. He stopped at the 22 as the Browns come back on offense. Manziel looking long for Josh Gordon, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by Tremaine Brock. Niners get the football back in time to work with as Kaepernick is sacked back at the 18. It's Phil Taylor. Handoff Niall Davis to the left. He's not going anywhere. 3rd and 17. Handoff Niall Davis. He's taken down for a 1-yard loss by Danny Shelton. And now on the final play, Manziel looking at it, sacked back at the 9. And that's the end of the first half, with the Niners leading it 7-0. And I accidentally edited out the stat screen, but as we enter the second half, Isaiah Crowell gets the first carry of the second half for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6, Crowell to the right, and stopped at the 27. 3rd and 3. They are going to throw. And underneath, it's complete to Josh Gordon to the 32. That's a first down. 1st and 10. Crowell right up the middle. And he is stopped at the 33 for 1. 2nd and 9. Fake to Crowell. And Manziel looking. Barely getting the ball off, incomplete. 3rd and 9. Fake to Terrence West. On the right side is Barnage, and he makes the catch for the first down of the 48 of San Francisco. Handoff Crowell up the middle, breaks a tackle, and is stopped at the 47. 2nd and 9, they are going to throw. Over the middle, it's complete to Josh Gordon, and he's stopped at the 41. 3rd and 3, Crowell has a first down to the 36. 1st and 10, they put Josh Gordon in motion. And here's the screen, and they don't block they don't block Will Hoyt. It's a 5-yard loss, and on 2nd and 15, they are going to throw, and barely getting the ball off before being hit. 3rd and 15, fake to Terrence West. Downfield is intercepted by Antoine Bethea at the 10. It's 1st and 10 for San Francisco. Hand off to Niall Davis, cutting back left with blockers in front. He is stopped after picking up the first down of the 23. 1st and 10, Kaepernick back. Kaepernick, it's complete to Vernon Davis, who gets a block and is stopped at the 27. 2nd and 5, Kaepernick to throw. He rolls, now throws, and lucky it wasn't picked off by Whitner. 3rd and 10, Kaepernick looking, and it's incomplete for Niall Davis. 1st and 10, Crowell up the middle, spins off of one man, and is stopped at the 25. 2nd and 5, Crowell, one more try, and stopped at the 28. 3rd and 2, fake to Crowell, and back to the right. Jackie Battle gets his feet down to the 32 for a first down. 1st and 10, Crowell, and he's stopped at the 33. And on 2nd and 9, the slant is caught by Bo, and he muscles his way for the first down for an 11-yard gain. 1st and 10, over the middle. It's complete to Josh Gordon with a flag, and that flag is roughing the passer, so a 15-yard penalty. as the Browns down the middle. Or no, it's a handoff to Crowell. I'm sorry, as they take it to the 25. 2nd and inches. Manziel to throw. Over the middle. It's complete to Josh Gordon to the 18. 1st and 10. Handoff Crowell as they fake the end around and he carries to the 15. 2nd and 6. Handoff Crowell. He probably could have had a first down had he kept going left as he takes it to the 10. 3rd and 2. They are going to throw outside, and Jackie Battle drops it incomplete. 4th and 2. The pitch. Can he turn the corner? No! Slammed down from behind by Michael Wilhoit. A huge stand for this Niners defense as they can run some clock as they hand it off to Niall Davis, who gets thrown backward for a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. Handoff Niall Davis, and he breaks the tackle, keeps going, hurdles a man across the 40, and stopped just short of the 45 at the 43. And I accidentally hit player lock as they hand it off to Carlos Hyde, who gets taken down after a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8, handoff Hyde on a counter, he's taken down the backfield at the 42. 3rd and 11, handoff Niall Davis, and this time the Browns stop him. Timeout Cleveland. Now they have some time to work with. On the left side is Gary Barnidge out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 2nd and short coming up. On 2nd and 3. And over the middle, it's complete to Gary Barnidge out of bounds at the 37. 1st and 10. Manziel back. Manziel over the middle. Complete. Josh Gordon across mid. No, he's at midfield. Tackled inbounds. 1st and 10. Manziel to throw. On the right side. And it's Gary Barnidge who gets stopped at the 45. A 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. Manziel back. Over the middle. Gary Barnidge. And it's a first down to the 38. 1st and 10. Back to throws. Manziel. It's complete to Gary Barnidge once again. And he's out of bounds at the 28. 1st and 10, Manziel back. Manziel, it's complete to Rob Hausler, the tight end, to the 23. 2nd and 5, they're going to throw for it one more time. Outside, Brian Hartline at the 3, tackled by Antoine Bethea. It's 1st and goal, 1st and goal. Manziel, end zone, Hawkins for the touchdown. Manziel drives his team down the field on a day with almost no offense and gets the touchdown to Andrew Hawkins with under 30 seconds to go. And that's a touchdown. And the all-important extra point from Kerry Spears coming up. He's missed 2 on the day. Let's hope he can make this extra point and tie it up for the tie. Snap down, kick is up, and Kerry Spear puts it through at 7-7 as the Niners hand it off to Niall Davis running left, who gets stopped at the 21. And the Niners need to get to the 37, but they're just going to run the clock all the way down. And that will take us to the end of regulation with the score tied at 7. Arguably a huge defensive battle here. And overtime, this could be the overtime of the year. We need to win this game in order to stay in the playoff race, or else we will have to beat Seattle next week, which will be a tough task. So this is a lot easier game to win. We're going to overtime, and the Browns and Niners are ready. And as the ref has the coin, and the Niners will choose, they will call, and the Browns win, they will receive first, and the Niners will defend left. So we'll have a 15-mile-an-hour wind in our face, which is not good. As Jim Tomsula coaches up his players on the sideline, they'll need to get a stop on this Browns offense, because if they score a touchdown, it is over. 1st and 10. Crowell right up the middle with good blocking. Carries to the 29. 2nd and 1. Fake to Crowell. And it's complete to Gary Barnidge over the middle as he crosses the 40 and has a first down. 1st and 10. Handoff Isaiah Crowell as he carries to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 9. They're going to throw outside. It's complete to Josh Gordon for a first down at the 47. 1st and 10. Handoff Duke Johnson Jr. cutting back to the middle as he carries to the 42, a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Handoff Isaiah Crowell. That puts him over 100 yards as he moves the chains to the 34. 1st and 10. They put Andrew Hawkins in motion. And back to throw is Manziel. On the left side, this is Josh Gordon inside the 15. Or that may have been... Yes, no, that is Andrew Hawkins. 1st and 10. Crowell cutting back to the middle. Inside the 10, down to the 9. 2nd down and 6. Back to throw it on 2nd and 6. And it's dropped off the hands of Brian Hartline. And on 3rd and 6, a touchdown will end the game. Mansell, end zone, touchdown! Hawkins again, the hero of the game. The game-tying touchdown and the game winner in overtime. And the Browns win 13-7 overtime. It was a defensive battle all the way through the end, but Mansell came through in the clutch and led a touchdown drive at the end of the regular period and went straight down the field in overtime to seal the victory for the Browns at 13-7, and they now have a winning record, I believe. I think they're at 7-6. So they could be a playoff contender this season. Who knows? As you can see, they dominated this game, but they did have 2 Johnny Manziel interceptions. Let's take a look at the stats. Johnny Manziel was 26 of 35 for 288 yards. Colin Kaepernick was 6 of 9 for 63 and a touchdown. Rushing the ball, Isaiah Crowell had 109 yards on the ground. Niall Davis with 73, Kaepernick with 8, Crowell with 26 for 109, Niall Davis with 13 for 73, Kaepernick with 1 for 8, Duke Johnson with 1 for 6, and Hyde with 2 for -1. Receiving, Jerry Barnage, 8 for 69, Josh Gordon, 6 for 48, Hawkins, 4 for 39, 2 touchdowns, Vernon Davis with 3 for 34 and a touchdown, Niall Davis, Dwayne Bowe, Hartline, Battle, Hausler, and Crowell had that 5-yard loss on the screenplay. And pancake blocks, Vernon Davis, Bolden, Boone, and Kilgore all had blocks. Defensively, tackles, Eric Reed with 12, Bethea with 11, Bishop with 7, Will Hoyt, Cook, Lynch, Wheeler, and where are all the Browns on this list? We did not get many tackles today. And let's look at the sacks. Sharisi Wright had a sack, Taylor had a sack, and Danny Shelton had a sack. And now, let's go do our scouting, injury reports, and all that. So, while we're at the loading screen, it was a tough, hard-fought victory, but that's how football's supposed to be played. It's supposed to be defensive and low-scoring, and we did that out here in the snow. Both teams were punching each other in the mouth all game, but in the end, the Browns came out on top in overtime. Also, next week I'll be revealing the Heisman winner. I won't show it on camera, but I will reveal who it is. But first, let's go do some scouting and going down. And we need to scout some right ends. We need to go look at some cornerbacks. So let's scroll down. And as you can see, we already have our eye on Deshaun Ramsey. And let's take a look at Quentin Orr. And he looks pretty good for a late second rounder. You can never have enough good cornerbacks on your team. Quentin Orr seems like another one. Let's look at strong safeties. So we're going to scroll all the way down. And let's take a look. And Wendell Jackson. He's from Virginia. And he seems like an okay pick for a 7th round player. We'll keep our eye on him. Punters, we really don't need a punter. We have Andy Lee. Tight ends. Let's take a look at some tight ends. We're going to take a look. And Jimmy Binns, no, just not good enough. C+ catching is ridiculous. Ryan Coleman, and he seems okay. I think we'll keep our eye on him, but I'm not sure if we'll pick him. I don't feel like we will. Let's take a look at some right tackles. What's Akeem Gray? Akeem Gray seems like the best tackle in this draft, but I'm still not sold on him. I feel like we'll have to get someone in free agency. Scrolling down for left ends, Nate Meyer, he doesn't seem that good. C+ block shedding is really bad. Scrolling down and looking at DeMarcus Cole, no, just not good enough. Luke Brandon, defensive tackle from OSU, seems interesting. Let's keep our eye on him. Scrolling down, no, not many players sticking out outside of those 3 quarterbacks that are going to be taken in the first round. Looking at cornerbacks, you can never have enough. Jamarian Finley just isn't good enough for a 3rd round cornerback. And now let's go take a look at the Seattle Seahawks injury report. We want to win this game, but it is the Seahawks. We can afford to lose 1 more game max this season if we want to get a playoff spot. So let's go take a look at the Seahawks. For the Seahawks, Doug Baldwin will be out. So they will be at pretty much full health outside of Doug Baldwin, which will make their receiving game a lot less potent, but they still have Jimmy Graham. And now we got to go take a look at Josh Gordon's contract. Let's see what he wants. He wants 5 years, $39.9 million. I don't think that he's worth that much money. I want to put it at about the $35 million range. I don't want to give him that extra $5 million. Let's go up. We're at 30 million. Let's keep going. We are going to pay Josh Gordon big time. I'll settle at that. $36 million contract over 4 years. Let's take a look if he accepted. And it looks like Josh Gordon is a Brown for the next 4 years. Thank you for watching this hard-fought defensive battle. And I'll see you next week when we play the Seattle Seahawks. Thank you, and goodbye.